Barbara here with your tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday, the 9th of September 2024, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I was teaching psychic development at the weekend, and do you know what? I mean, I love teaching full stop, all the things I teach, but psychic development, because we cover so many different aspects of it, it's amazing to see people really grow and discover skills that they didn't know they have, and even the ones they do know that they've got, you know, to actually grow those skills. It's great fun. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. So today we have a very battered box here, the Old English Tarot. No idea why that box got so battered. I can't think why, because it wasn't second hand, but anyway, by the by, none of my other decks are like that. So back of the deck. Now we have 5 cards today, and some of them are a bit, oh no, I don't want those cards. Well, I'd like you've got them, because when it comes out of it, you know, I shuffle these cards. These are the cards that come out, and they're there for a reason. And the whole point of tarot, it's not like, oh no, this is set in stone, because it's not. It's giving you advice. It's saying, right, okay, these things could turn up. This is how we can deal with them, so they're not so bad. You know, it's as simple as that. So don't panic, because the lead card is, ta-da, the Tower. Now, all this deck, they're really fantastic cards. Even the minors, though there's very, very limited symbolism in it, it's really brilliant symbolism. They've managed to get it in such a condensed way. It's superb. So let's have a look at this. And obviously I'll do the pictures at the back. Actually, they're all relatively, they're a bit matte. I really like these cards. They're just perfect. Not too matte, not too satiny, just right. So there we are. The people, in fact, they've already fallen to the ground. He's already on the ground. He's nearly at the ground. You know, there's the bolt of lightning coming through. Now, the Tower is basically the universe saying, do you know what? We've been telling you this for such a long time. You've done nothing about it, so we're going to make you. And you know, things we put off over, oh, I know I need to do that. I know I need to change my knob. I know I need to do this. And then you put it off, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do it next year. I'll think about it in the long term. So that's what happens. The universe says, do you know what? This is the best thing for you. Let's get on with it. It's going to be a shock to your system. So this week, look out for changes that are on their way. That I'm going to say dramatic. That always sounds bad. People say, oh, this is tragedy and all that. No, it's not. It's just a shock to the system. So this is very much a case of, right, you've not done it, we're going to make you. It's as simple as that. And because you're not expecting it, whatever, it's too early in the morning, whatever it is, you're not expecting it, it is going to be a bit of a shock. But the whole point of the Tower is about moving on spiritually and moving on in experience of life. Because if you've got the perfect life, you're never going to learn anything. So this is where the Tower comes in. So don't panic. You don't need to panic about it. It's just, well, in fact, it won't be a surprise now, will it? If it happens, because, oh, yeah, came up in the card, didn't it, sort of thing. So watch out for something you were not expecting it, but don't think, oh my God, this is going to change my life completely. Only you can change your life. Only you can either sort of go back and go, oh no, I can't deal with that, or yeah, bring it on, because that's the point. Now, if you look at these, he's already down there. I mean, he looks a bit sort of, yeah, not exactly comfortable. This guy, he hasn't quite got there yet, and he can see where he's going. It's the same with the Rider-Waite. You know, you've got one guy that's looking where he's going. He's surrounded by yod, so he's blessings from heaven. And then there's the other person, oh, I don't want to leave this. No, this is stepping into the unknown, the great unknown, the exciting unknown. This is where, well, okay, yeah, okay, well, I've always wanted to do that. Now's my chance, isn't it? Da-da-da. So this is followed by, honestly, you're going to go, what? We've now got the 3 of Swords. Now, again, in Rider-Waite, it's a heart with 3 swords in it. And people go, oh, let's heartbreak, da, da, da. 3s are really positive. 3 is a magic number. This, following the Tower, is going to be, yeah, okay. You might have to let go of something, perhaps some past thoughts, ideas you had, even past regrets. Oh, I wish I'd done that beforehand, that sort of thing. But also it's letting go of those regrets as well. Now, I want to see what's down the bottom here. Now, how bizarre is this? So down here, and I don't know if you can see it, there's like a bit of a tumble down sort of castle. Now, bearing in mind, there we go. That's the you couldn't ask for a better card to follow, actually. So there we are. That's it happening. It's already happened. But threes are roots. Threes are the roots going down, making things stronger. So after the Tower, okay, yeah, you might have to start afresh. You might have to look at things in a different way, but it will make you stronger. And it will also give you that incentive to actually say, yeah, God, I'm going to go for this now. This is my opportunity. This is where I can go. So don't panic. I'm going to be saying that all the way through here because happy days. There we are. The Fool. Now, remember, the Fool is somebody setting up on a new, exciting journey. He doesn't really know where he's going, but it's part of his new journey. It's excitement. Where's this going to take me? Oh my goodness, there's so many opportunities out there that I can now do because I'm not tied by either of those two. It's put me on a different perspective. I can now change the way I am. I can change my future. I can do anything I want to do. And the fact it's got a little dog here now, yes, he's warning him. He's saying, look, you know, don't jump in both feet here. You know, I mean, be a bit careful. You're about to step off a cliff. So check where you're going. Look forward long term. All right, but look at your feet first, you know, and everything. But sometimes you've just got to take a chance in life. And these two cards, you know, before this, saying, now is your chance to actually think that way, to perhaps take a chance, putting you on a different road, a different path forward. So it enables you to change your whole attitude and make you realize how great life actually is. So then we get the Five of Cups. Now, in this deck, it's very different. You think about in a Rider-Waite, I know I keep going back to Rider-Waite, but most of you know Rider-Waite. In Rider-Waite, Five of Cups, if you look in the distance, there is a bridge going over a stream. And that's the whole point. The stream represents relationships and things like spirituality. And there's a little bridge, and this whole person, like, oh dear, I think I've lost all this. You know, there's sort of three cups. Can't see the two cups behind them. That's still upright, full of goodies and things like that. So what they've got to do is look up, go over the bridge, back to the old Fool, looking for that bridge to cross. So, and if down here, it's a very strange thing, because if you don't look at it close up, you know, like glance, you think, is that person beating that child? No, look, it's so good. This deck is so clear. He is carrying a drum. This person is beating the drum. It's that heartbeat, that wonderful. So I'm actually going to say a bit of a tangent here. This could very well be the week where it's time to beat your own drum. Why not go on a drumming workshop? Why not, perhaps you've got a drum in the back of your cupboard that you bought at some psychic fair years ago, get it out, drum it, use it to meditate. Fives are all wobbles. They can go backwards or they can go forwards. This little guy holding this, he's bearing the drums, and that must be quite irritating on your back, somebody drumming it. But my goodness, he's leading. This person's behind him. He's leading. You can go and bang your drum. That sounds wrong, I know. Wherever you want. Make this five the wobble forward, not the wobble back. Because you've got this amazing opportunity this week with that Tower and with that Three of Swords coming in, that you can make absolutely amazing changes if you want to. This is your choice this week. This is very much a week of choice and making decisions that you may be half pushed into because of that Tower, but it's like, ka-ching, I just thought, you know, like light bulb moment. Oh my goodness, I've never thought of this before. It's so exciting. And then finally, we have that King of Cups. So whilst this initially, this week may be a little bit like I don't know, a bit emotional perhaps, and I'm not sure, you know, what am I going to do? Honestly, I won't last 2 minutes of that, because you'll be thinking, oh, I know what I'm going to do. This is the culmination of all these cards. Is this wonderful? There he is. Actually, what's that around his eyes? Oh, he's very blushed. This is a very... Do you know what? Normally, King of Cups look pretty miserable. He doesn't. Look at that. He's very happy. Look at that. And look, I don't know what they're supposed... I think they're supposed to be grapevines. You know, grapes. I'm not sure whether it's just patterns, but to me, I'm pretty sure they're grapes. Yeah, they're grapes. Grapes. Abundance. So what happens at the beginning of the week moves on to bring, I'm not saying abundance of, well, you know, cups or relationships and spirituality and things like that and emotions, but it's that I can deal with it. Oh my goodness, I can't explain how good, although individually they're pretty, you know, not great cards if you want to look at them in a negative way, but all these together show such promise for this week. This is one that only you can take control of, though. Don't think, back to that lead card, that that's the thing that's going to control you. It's not. It's the one that's going to light the firecracker underneath you for you to go, yeah, I can do it now. I can actually do what I want. I'm not saying it's not going to go a bit of a shock, you know, oh, good, you know, initially. And I always, I'll tell you a little story, and I've told you this before, I know, but for those who've not heard it before, a company I used to work for, one by one, we were making being redundant, and the manager was just not a nice person. He was such a bully, and every day you'd wonder whether it was going to be your turn for the roll in the barrel. And one guy who was working there, who was lovely, he was so nice, but every day he'd come into work and throw up because he was so traumatized by this manager, you know, director. He was a managing director. And we used to say to him, look, for goodness sake, just get another job. You can't live like this. And he said, well, it's a really good, you know, money. I've got, you know, a kid. I've got, you know, a mortgage to pay and everything. I've got to stay here because I need the money. He got made redundant. Immediately the day he got made redundant, he went out, got a job as a delivery driver. Now he was an area sales manager. He was on a really good salary. He went out, became a delivery driver. Because of the overtime, he turned out he was on the same money. And nearly 20 years later, he's still doing that job. And he said it's the best job he ever had. It needed the tower to push him. He should have done it years before. That's how positive the tower can be. It's up to you to make the most of it. Anyway, have a very interesting week. Have a lovely week. I will see you soon. Bye for now.